A former Bad Boy rapper, once referred to as Sean Diddy Combs' protege, is speaking out about an infamous nightclub shooting involving him and the now embattled mega producer that landed him in prison for nearly a decade. Former rapper turned politician Moses Jamal Brown, better known as Shyne, is coming forward again to maintain his innocence, saying he's 100% the fall guy for the infamous 1999 New York City club shooting involving him, Diddy, Diddy's then girlfriend Jennifer Lopez, and Diddy's bodyguard Anthony Wolf Jones. All four, including Jennifer Lopez, were arrested following the shooting that wounded 3 bystanders. Lopez was not charged in the case and released from custody after a little more than 12 hours. However, Diddy, Anthony Wolf Jones, and Shyne were charged and taken to trial in 2001. The shooting took place in December of '99 when Diddy, Lopez, Jones, and then 21-year-old Shyne went to the Times Square area nightclub. While attending, an argument reportedly broke out between Diddy and a man named Matthew Allen, who goes by Scar. According to former NYPD detective Derek Parker, who worked on the case, Diddy was throwing money around and acting like a big shot, and Scar felt disrespected by Diddy's antics. Parker said words were exchanged between the two and then bullets began to fly. One of the bullets hit Natanya Rubin, who was one of the 3 people shot during the altercation. She has maintained it was Diddy who shot her in the face on that night. She has since renewed those claims in recent weeks, since the hip-hop mogul has been swimming in legal hot water since facing several sexual misconduct lawsuits. During an interview with News Nation, Rubin said she was facing Diddy and his crew when they pulled out the guns and saw Diddy shoot her in the nose. Rubin's statement seemingly struck a chord with Shyne. During a press conference in Belize, where Shyne is now the elected leader of the opposition in the Belize House of Representatives, he told reporters, quote, "It opens wounds when you hear the victim saying that it was Diddy that shot her. That was what was most remarkable." After the shooting, Diddy, who was going by Puffy at the time, along with Lopez and his bodyguard, fled the club, later taking police on a chase as Diddy's driver blew through several red lights. They were eventually pulled over. When police searched the vehicle, they found a stolen 9mm handgun in the trunk. Diddy, Lopez, and Jones were all arrested, but Lopez was released after 14 hours in custody. However, Diddy, Jones, and Shyne would all go to trial. Prosecutors would say that Scar, Diddy, and Shyne all drew guns and that Shyne shot 3 times into a packed nightclub. Witnesses testified Scar started the argument with Diddy and testified Scar threatened to kill Shyne. Shyne maintained he was acting in self-defense. Though Shyne was acquitted of attempted murder, he was convicted on charges including assault, reckless endangerment, and criminal possession of an illegal weapon. However, Shyne's then mentor Diddy and Diddy's bodyguard were acquitted on all charges. Shyne would serve a 9-year bid out of his 10-year sentence. During last week's press conference where Shyne spoke to reporters, he said Rubin's statements were triggered by a lawsuit from a producer on the Love album who was making accusations, and in those accusations, he said that the gentleman confessed to the shooting, and that's what stands out to him most. That producer Shyne seemingly is making reference to is Rodney Jones, aka Lil Rod. Jones is suing Diddy on accusations of sexual harassment, assault, sex trafficking, among other allegations. In Jones' suit, he claims Diddy openly bragged about committing the shooting and bribing witnesses and jurors to ensure he's acquitted. Jones also alleged Diddy bragged about using Jennifer Lopez to smuggle the gun into the nightclub, and J-Lo passed Diddy the gun after he got into the altercation with another individual, according to court documents. During the press conference, Shyne said he did his best to put the tragic shooting behind him, but says it opens the wounds again because he's been saying that all along. Shyne said everyone knew all along that he was the fall guy for the shooting.
So at the time, there's watched a lot of interviews, and I think he mentioned that at the time, Puffy was $100 million man. They had a joint trial. They had separate attorneys. I think Puffy had, I think it was Attorney Bronfman and Johnny Cochran, and they were about setting Puffy free. And I think I've seen an interview before where he said that, they really didn't care about him. They kind of made him the bad guy. I can't say that I blame Puffy's attorneys. They're trying to set him free. That's their client, and zealous advocacy is what it's all about.
Attorney Offie Patterson explains she understands why Shyne believes he's the fall guy for the infamous incident.
He said he's maintained that he shot the person who was aiming a gun at him, who was threatening his life. And he's also said that, he actually knew the guy. I think his name was Michael Allen, nicknamed Scar. People knew him on the street. And when you make threats like the ones that he was facing, he knew that the guy wasn't playing. He carried those out. So he said that he was defending himself. And I think he's always maintained that he never shot the, what was it, 3 victims? He's always said that. So if he says he's the fall guy, you know, I understand why he would say that.
Shyne says his political enemies and detractors try to make him into a criminal, but everyone knew that he was the young kid who took the fall. He said everyone knew that was the story and that he maintained his innocence the whole time, adding that during the shooting he defended himself. Shyne didn't directly point the finger at Diddy being the shooter, saying he didn't want to get into who did what, but said the victim is telling you who did what and says there were other witnesses. Shyne said he didn't shoot anyone and there were other guns. Echoing what Natanya Rubin said, Shyne explained that bullet fragments were never removed, so there was never forensic testing to say who it was. He said the victims are vindicating him, but added he's trying to move on and not relive the incident and his subsequent conviction. Shyne told the reporters he's appreciative of whatever contributions Diddy has made to help the people of Belize. He said he wished him well and will pray for him and the alleged victims. He added if it's true, may justice be served, but if it's not, it's a tragedy because a global icon would be destroyed. This isn't the first time Shyne has spoken out on the nightclub shooting. In a 2022 episode of Drink Champs, Shyne said that he didn't blame Diddy for the conviction as much as he did in the past, and said he went through a stage of bitterness seemingly directed at his former mentor. He explained at the time in retrospect, he blamed the conviction more on the lawyers who were advising Diddy. During the trial, Diddy's legal team was composed of high-profile lawyers, including Johnny Cochran, who famously worked on the O.J. Simpson case. Shyne added Diddy's lawyers were there to secure a not guilty verdict by any means. During Shyne's trial, Diddy's high-profile lawyers did not work on his then-protege's case. During that 2022 episode of Drink Champs, Shyne said Diddy was a $100 million corporation at the time, and his team looked at Shyne as the enemy. He explained that both of them were about to lose everything, but added he didn't have much, and Diddy is a musician with an empire. Shyne said when your lawyers are misleading and misguiding you, that's how everything fell apart. Shyne said Diddy apologized and told him he shouldn't have listened to his lawyers, and Shyne forgave him. After serving 9 years in prison, Shyne was released from prison in 2009 and subsequently deported to Belize for being a non-citizen felon. In 2010, he moved to Jerusalem, where he changed his name to Moses Michael Levi. 3 years later, Shyne returned to Belize and later began his political endeavors. Diddy and Shyne's relationship seemed amicable in the recent years. The two performed together last year in Europe, and in August, Diddy posted this photo to his Instagram with him and Shyne. The caption reads, quote, "Words cannot explain how proud I am of Shyne. It's truly remarkable to see everything he's gone through and to see him turn his life totally around and get on the path to making a positive impact on his country and his people. His re-election is a major victory for him, hip-hop globally, and the people of Belize." Next stop, Prime Minister's office. "We're not going to stop until my brother is the Prime Minister. I believe in you. I love you. I'm proud of you, Shyne."
You know, it seemed like they had a really solid relationship before the shooting. Shyne was sort of just a genius and a prodigy. Again, fan loves music. But I think after the shooting, even after he was released, he spent some time being a little bit resentful. There is, documentation. I think he let off like 10 tweets back in 2000, maybe 2012, about his frustration with Puffy. But since then, their relationship has mended. Again, with age, you would hope brings reflection and wisdom and forgiveness. And I think since that time, they've forged a solid relationship. I know Puffy has poured a lot of money into his campaign in Belize. I do believe that Puffy has also done something to support the people of Belize. I don't know what type of investment or charity or donations and things like that, but I think that's really helped to strengthen their relationship, over the years.
But as the events of that night and the trial that followed are put back in the spotlight, will Shyne's recent comments prompt another investigation into the 1999 shooting as a part of the ongoing federal probe into Diddy? Patterson explains, probably not.
No, I don't see its importance. I could be wrong. I'm wrong ever so often. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's relevant really. He was tried and he was found not guilty in a jury trial. You can't bring that back. You can't try him again. Double jeopardy. There's no additional evidence. Unless jurors were paid off. That's why I'd love to know more information about that. If you paid some jurors, that's it. That's different. I think that It's just really unfortunate. I think that he's even being pulled back into this. I'm sure a 10-year bid is not easy for anyone. Staying in over a weekend in custody is not fun. So it changes your life, and I think that bringing these incidents that are 25 years old, it can again be re-traumatizing. I'm sure it's not something he wants to relive every day. So I'm sure it's something his family doesn't want to relive every day. So that's how I feel about it. But it's something that he's always said. I know people have asked, like, is he going to be participating with the federal government, trying to assist them in taking Diddy down, so to speak? Something that he said in his own words is death before dishonor and no snitching. And he said that his lyrics, which I found out he wrote, are his gospel.
At this time, Diddy has not responded to the recent comments made by Shyne. One of the victims from the shooting, Natanya Rubin, previously filed a $130 million lawsuit against Diddy in 2008. That suit was settled in June of 2011 for an undisclosed amount. Reporting for Law and Crime, I'm Elizabeth Millner.